Life can take you places you never wanted to go. For Naomi, that meant leaving Bethlehem, the house of bread, when famine struck. With her husband Elimelech and their 2 sons, she journeyed to Moab, hoping for survival. In Moab, her sons married local women, Orpah and Ruth. For 10 years they built a new life, but tragedy struck. Naomi's husband and both sons died. Naomi was left with only her daughters-in-law, her world shattered. She had lost everything, her family, her future, her hope. But then, news came from Bethlehem. The famine was over. The Lord had given bread to his people again. For Naomi it was a sign, time to return home, even with a broken heart. She set out for Bethlehem with Ruth and Orpah by her side. The journey back was more than miles, it was a step toward healing. Naomi's story was far from over. Sometimes the way home begins in the darkest places. As Naomi prepared to return, she urged Orpah and Ruth to stay in Moab and rebuild their lives. Orpah, through tears, said goodbye and turned back. But Ruth refused to leave. Naomi pleaded, but Ruth's answer was unwavering. Don't urge me to leave you. Where you go, I'll go. Your people will be my people and your God my God. Ruth chose loyalty over comfort, faith over fear. She left behind her homeland, her family, and her gods. Ruth's vow was more than words, it was a radical act of love. Naomi, seeing Ruth's determination, stopped arguing. Together they journeyed to Bethlehem, bound by loss but also by hope. Ruth's loyalty was a spark in Naomi's darkness. Sometimes one person's faith can change the course of a life. Ruth's choice would echo far beyond that dusty road. The story was shifting, from tragedy to hope. Loyalty can be the beginning of something extraordinary. Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem, but Naomi was changed. She called herself Mara, meaning bitter. Ruth, determined to provide, went to glean leftover grain in the fields. By chance, or providence, she found herself in the field of Boaz, a relative of Naomi's late husband. Boaz noticed Ruth's hard work and kindness to Naomi. He ensured her safety and told his workers to leave extra grain for her. Ruth returned home with an abundance, surprising Naomi. When Naomi learned it was Boaz's field, hope flickered in her heart. Boaz was a kinsman redeemer, someone who could restore their family's future. Ruth's hard work and Boaz's kindness were no accident. The hand of God was at work, weaving hope into their story. Naomi saw possibility where there had only been pain. Ruth's faithfulness was opening doors neither of them expected. Sometimes, small acts of courage lead to life-changing moments. The harvest had just begun. Naomi devised a bold plan. Ruth would ask Boaz to be their kinsman redeemer. Ruth followed through and Boaz responded with honor and compassion. He pledged to redeem Naomi's family and marry Ruth. Their union was more than romance, it was redemption. Ruth gave birth to a son, Obed. Naomi, once empty, now held new life in her arms. The women of Bethlehem rejoiced Naomi's story had turned from bitter to blessed. Ruth's loyalty had rewritten both their destinies. Obed would become the grandfather of King David. Ruth, the outsider, became part of Israel's greatest legacy. Through faith, friendship, and courage, ordinary lives became extraordinary. The story of Ruth and Naomi is a testament to the power of steadfast love. Sometimes the smallest choices change the world. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe for more inspiring content.